Hello, hello,
hello. Hi, Gavin.
How are you?
You good? You look a little perplexed about that beginning. I was a little perplexed.
Yeah,
myself.
What happened in the beginning, Sean?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And now I'm giant and in the corner. Why does it have to be resized every fucking show?
I don't know.
Yeah. Still in the corner a little, right?
Shouldn't it just be like compound censored? Click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be logical.
Yeah, I could be here.
Okay.
And
here.
like his hands are cropped. My hands should be cropped.
Okay.
Mine are always cropped. You're kind of a desk guy though, right?
Well, I find the hands very effusive. They convey a lot of information.
Yeah. I put them up when I want to, you know.
And well, that's the thing with Italians.
Italian.
They don't have to worry about their hands being down.
Like an Italian. Now there's like a gizmo in my feed, like the upper bar, now the lower bar. There we go. And then over to I got a black border around it. I don't know.
This is great. I said we should make this the free show. From now on,
right.
Sean, let's set this up before the show starts. Wouldn't that make sense? Because you were here early, right, Ant?
Yeah, like 21.
Yeah. So we'll do this in advance next time.
Yeah. My flag is peeking into
How are you not
Gavin.
seeing the flag?
I'm trying to fix it.
No.
No.
Oh my God. So this is free for everyone to see right now?
Yeah. This is
great. Good.
If you watch Ann on WABC, you may want to pay a little bit extra, go behind the paywall and see just them trying to get the show started.
Yeah, this is how the show gets started every week, and it's so entertaining. I think that's about it. I'll just move over here a little. There.
Yeah, if it's easy. I've noticed that about other shows. If you're on like the Blaze or something, they go, "Can you move a little to the right?"
Yeah.
And I feel like going, "Can't you just move me to the right? I got to move my people to the right. Why don't you move me?"
I think we're good enough here. I think
we're good.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. It's a Wednesday, which means Compound Censored, myself, Anthony Cumia, and the great Mr. Gavin McInnes in the little box next to me. Hi, Gav.
Hello, Ant. How are you?
Good. I feel so centered now. Yeah. Since we were on last time, I had done a show on a broadcast radio.
Yes.
And it's a very odd thing. I'm very used to this. I like this. I'm used to saying and doing and presenting things that are, not really allowed on broadcast radio. And that's why I think this is a good option for people that want to see, me and Gavin talk about things that aren't really addressed a lot on regular radio.
And you can hear the F word on this. I noticed you weren't allowed, like when at the end of the show, you were talking about Eric Swalwell, which, by the way, end of the show, you were still like, hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my right time.
Just spinning plates and juggling chainsaws. Yeah.
The 2 hours did definitely not peter out.
No, I was, it's all that nervous energy. And it's so gay to be nervous for that because I'm doing the same exact thing right now.
Yes.
And it's even, obviously, like you said, I can't say fuck and shit. And there are certain, subject matter that you have to be a little chill with. But it's the same fucking thing. Like, why be like, uh-oh? Like, who cares?
Well, because the stakes were high. You were going for syndication. This was you had been banished from the castle, and then you were allowed back in. If you tell the king the wrong thing on day one, you're back to the fucking forests.
It's so weird, though, because it wasn't nerves at all about what I might say or it had nothing to do with it. It was just the nerves of doing something. When we do our comedy stuff, which is coming up soon, we'll give those dates out. When we do that, like just before you get up on stage, you got a little nervous energy.
Yeah.
Even though, it's like I've done this before. It's definitely a friendly crowd. But still, you got like that, I don't know. There's just something that makes your stomach kind of turn a little bit and you get up there. But then once I started talking, then I was fine.
Yeah. It turns right to adrenaline and it gets converted right when you're out there. I've heard that with professional boxers. They're shitting their pants. They don't want to do it. Not like obviously stadium stuff, but like amateurs. And then as soon as they get on into the ring, they're like, okay, now I'm ready to rock. Let's do this.
Yeah, who wants to get hit in the face?
What is that mouse doing right there, Sean?
Oh, what is it?
He had a mouse there.
The boxing thing. Human nature, I think, is pretty much try to go through your day without getting punched in the face. You go through your best to avoid these things. You don't say certain things. You say certain things. You communicate with people in certain ways so that a punch in the face is not included in your day, in your daily events. And they just have to go, oh, yeah, tonight I'm going to a place to get punched in the face.
I did it this morning. Thing. I got punched in the head many times this morning at 10:30 a.m. And I was kind of doing your thing where I was like, all right. Like every time they got a good one, I'd be like, okay. And that actually would buy me time because it would make them laugh. And then I had a good 4 seconds to breathe again.
Ooh.
But it's counterintuitive. But if I don't go, then I have nightmares about all the people who betrayed me over the years and how I want to pull their heads off.
That's interesting. Yeah. So I couldn't do that.
It's Irish therapy.
I couldn't spar. I couldn't do anything. Even with headgear on or anything, I don't like the feeling of getting smashed in the head at all. I hate it. Even a little bit. I just don't like it. And the fact that people do this, they pay to go in and it's their workout or something. It's like you could lift some weights or something. You don't have to be like, I didn't get punched in the face today, so I don't feel like I really worked out.
Well, it's more about being deeply damaged and hurt and mad at the world and needing some sort of scapegoat or some sort of release. It's not pleasant. I fucking hate it and dread. Sparring isn't even every week. It's like every 2 weeks, and I dread it for days and days.
Yeah.
And then I'm just a much happier person because, I don't know, I've just got this turmoil, this rage burning inside me where I just want I want to Charles Bronson everyone who's ever fucked me over.
Yeah.
In the past.
Well, that makes sense in that there's a sadistic part to the masochism. You want to be sadistic in the ring and fuck people up. But the unfortunate reality is, depending on who you get in there with, you could experience some masochism where you're the one getting, he's the sadistic one and you're just the fucking guy to punch around the ring.
But even the punches in the face, they help. I don't know why. It's not logical. Like you it's very simple to say, you go to a gym, you hit a heavy bag, you're not as mad anymore. That's very easy to understand. But also the few times you get hit back, you're just like, at least there was some consequences. At least there was something.
Consequences.
Yeah, I think when someone fucks you over and you're really mad, I think you're ultimately mad at yourself and you're mad that you didn't stand up for yourself or fight harder or something. So when you get punched in the ring, you're like, I fought. Now you're tricking yourself into thinking you fought for the thing
Right.
that happened years ago, but
That's kind of a great take on it. You put it in a way I can kind of understand. The consequence to it is pretty much a gauge on how well you're doing. If you suck, you're going to get a lot of punches to your face and go like, well, why was I getting hit so much? Maybe I need to work on something and I want the pleasure of being able to smash someone else in the face. So every time I'm getting punched is one less time I'm getting to punch somebody else, maybe. Yeah, okay. It's a good gauge on how well you're doing.
well, I think everyone, every time they have a man has a regret, it's like, did I take up the conflict well enough? And inevitably you're lying in bed and you're like, no, I should have done more. I should have told that guy to fuck off. I should have sued that guy. It's not necessarily violent, like I should have punched everyone in the room, but you're like, I should have said to that guy, you know what? Your problem is you fucked up, blah, 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 blah. But when that kind of shit happens and you're being betrayed, you're just like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Because
Do you know you will think about a losing fight for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Men will think about a loss for the rest of their life. And not just as a passing memory, you assess it. You think, why the fuck didn't I do this? What did I do? Decades later.
Yes.
I remember altercations I got in with some Mexican kid in California when I was 15 years old. And to this day, I want to throttle the little motherfucker. He sucker punched me and I pussied out, and it just stuck with me forever.
Let's get him.
Obviously, I still think about it.
Yeah, let's find him. Well,
Yes,
the only thing worse than that,
Gabriel
regretting that,
Mayers.
yeah, will show up at his house. Well. He's 65 years old. Can I help?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Okay. Yeah. Hello. Hey, come on in. What you like?
This is for 1975, bitch.
Yeah. Remember me? Bam. Just pop him in the face. Leave him like Gene Hackman on the floor.
You'd have to carry a picture of you when you were 8 years old. No, but the biggest regret, of course, is the didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And the worst case scenario of that is 6 black teenagers harassing an Asian 17-year-old girl in a school uniform
That
or
was terrible.
some like diminutive little like long dress. And she's got like groceries for her grandmother who raised her because her parents abandoned her. And
geez.
they're all like, what's happened? They're taking her little fucking goldfish bag. And you can get in there and get stabbed, or you can do nothing and hate yourself till you die.
And hate yourself. Yeah. It's not like the old days. You can't just be the hero, the gentleman, the chivalrous knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
You're going to get fucked up. And if things get bad enough where you have to start really doing something, you might get arrested. And now you're sitting there in a prison going, well, maybe I shouldn't have done something, you know.
Like what's his name was a tear away from the murderer of Jordan Neely.
Daniel Penny?
Yeah, Daniel Penny. He was this close to 20 years.
Leaving it to a jury of his peers. I don't want a jury of my peers because they're not going to be my fucking peers. Yeah, he almost went away.
Who is
Right.
DeVictor Udrago?
Yes.
You've never heard of him.
Who is that?
He was an
Is that
African
the
American.
guy that Rocky fought in Rocky IV?
He's an African-American gentleman murdered by Jordan Williams for being a lunatic on the train and threatening to kill people. Jordan stabbed him to death. No charges for Jordan, no controversy, no media coverage, and no one ever showed DeVictor on the news. That was black on black, poof. Deleted
I
from
do
history.
recall. Yes. Now I remember. Didn't remember the name, obviously.
No, yeah.
I
I have it
remember
written in
Daniel
marker
Penny.
on the wall right there. That's how I remember.
Yeah. I remember Daniel Penny because that was a big thing. I remember,
He's still a villain. Like he won, but I'm sure if he's at a bar in New York, which he probably regularly is, he's got to
seems
watch
that.
for a bottle to the head because he murdered an innocent man who was a Michael Jackson impersonator who just wanted to help.
That's all he was, a Michael Jackson impersonator. He could do a moonwalk, and every picture I saw of him, it was smiling with other people, and then his family, who obviously were so tight and close knit. Oh, that's right. He was on the streets, homeless, like a mental patient. Where was his family?
We're never going to see him again. You never saw him.
You didn't see him.
What do you mean again?
Yeah, yeah.
You never gave a shit about that guy.
No.
Speaking of give a shit, may I tip my hat to one of our sponsors?
Yes, please. We do love our sponsors.
I'm wearing one of their shirts here. They've got quite a variety of shirts. Sean, if you want to pull up the website.
That looks like it's making quite a statement right there.
Yep, Red Pill Threads. We don't have a promo code or anything. Just go there and fucking sign up. This is a great shirt. King Baldwin. Remember King Baldwin? No, way before Alec Baldwin. He was the leper in 1184 who beat back the Muslims wearing a mask because you couldn't look at his weird face.
Oh, leper.
Make me full screen for a sec, Sean, while I show these. And then this is a great one I like. Rats get fat while brave men die. Oh. We've also got this fantastic Killdozer.
Oh, yes, a hero.
Tread on them. And this is one of my favorites. Thank you, AI, for Alex Jones on stage as the singer of a hardcore band screaming, "Fight the globalists" with an InfoWars shirt on.
That's awesome.
You could try to make that in Photoshop, but this AI does have its merits. Go back to the website. So it's Red Pill Threads. What's the exact URL?
Redpillthreads.com.
Redpillthreads.com. They're sponsoring Lily's show, sponsoring this show.
That's nice.
Incredible graphic design. And I actually got one of the shirts. You notice, like with our shirts, other shirts, sometimes you got to wash them once to get accustomed to them, break them in. But this one, right out of the gate, it has this used feel to it where it fits you perfectly.
That's quality made right there. Usually, they come all stiff. You wash them, everything gets screwed up. The colors run, the material shrinks. That's I like that design.
Fold here that sticks out.
Oh God, yes.
And you got to, but this doesn't have that. I think
and
it's
the crinkly neck, like the neck will crinkle up around it.
Yeah.
Looks like a lasagna, the edge of a lasagna noodle.
Yeah, this doesn't.
I like that design though. The upside down, the pentagram. It's not an upside down pentagram. It's an upside down star.
Right.
It's a right side up pentagram. And then the pyramid, the all seeing kind of eye pyramid looking thing. And then Mickey, just enough of Mickey to keep from getting an injunction slapped on you from Disney.
Oh no, there was no need for an injunction. Disney okayed the shirt. Disney was thrilled with Red Pill Threads. It was weeks of.
I don't doubt it.
It was weeks of negotiation. Oh my God, back and forth, but eventually they signed off on it and said, "We love
pointing
Trump."
Up and down of Mickey on the picture. That's a great shirt. That says a lot right there.
They said, "We love Trump. We hate the Illuminati. Go bananas." But if it really blows up, give us like 1%.
Awesome.
So that's redpillthreads.com. Check them out.
Yeah. Coors. Oh my God. I haven't drank regular Coors. It's always Coors Light, everyone. And since I was a kid, and then I go into the studio when I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I see your fridge is full of regular Coors.
Coors Banquet.
The Banquet.
Fancier.
Banquet. Coors Banquet. Yes.
Yeah.
And I forgot how fucking good that is as a regular American domestic beer, but it's fucking good.
It's like an egg cream soda. It's so frothy and milky, and I'm not pitching it very well. That probably doesn't sound good.
This is not another sponsor, by the way.
It's like a milkshake. And I was driven here by Dylan Mulvaney, and people go, if you like Bud, you might like PBR. I go, I'm familiar with PBR. And they go, okay, if you want to step up, get Coors Banquet. It has this like milkiness to it that is...
Yeah,
and it takes a
Coors
couple
Light
days.
sucks. Coors Light is one of the worst fucking beers out there.
It tastes like it tastes and smells like wet cardboard. I don't get the appeal.
Yeah, it's terrible.
This is a New York City egg cream.
Even that queer beer Bud Light is better than Coors Light. You see that Dylan Mulvaney on The View the other day?
So good.
It's like First of all, I have to say something. I think they figured out something about the hormones and the thing, because Dylan Mulvaney looks more feminine than he used to.
He's getting there.
He's getting like a more femmy face than, because you see these guys, they dress up and they say they're women, and it's like, it never changes. They're still just a guy, and that stupid mouth on Dylan Mulvaney and the whiskers and stuff, and then the nose, and now you look and go, that's more of a femmy face. I'm not saying he's hot or anything. All I'm saying is the mission seems to be getting accomplished if he wanted to look like a woman.
She's looking somewhat elegant, and her demeanor too, with this sort of like meows.
Yeah, he's pulling off that demure thing, that breakfast at Tiffany's bullshit that he tries to do. Yeah. So I'm going to give a check mark to Dylan Mulvaney as far as, if you wanted to dedicate yourself to making believe you're a woman, you're doing a much better job of it than a lot of other people I've seen.
Men are better at everything, including becoming women. Whoopi Goldberg said the dumbest thing that's ever been said, outside of the guy who said we should merge the Special Olympics and the actual Olympics.
Yes, I heard that
Piers
one.
Morgan.
Brilliant.
That was pretty bad.
Hey, as far as ratings go, he's right. That would fucking be the highest rated sports programming you'd ever see.
I'm fucking tuning in to see someone beat someone else's score by 8 minutes in the pool.
Right.
That's pretty good. Everyone's left, and that poor Gimp is still
right. He's still going for it with swimmies on each arm, and
but Whoopi goes, This error we're making is that we think that women are worse at sports, like they're these helpless women. These women can handle themselves. They're doing just fine. And then she puts it over to Dylan, and he's a good businessman. And he just goes, when I was 6, that's the last time I played sports. It was soccer. I made myself the nurse. I handed out the Band-Aids. Like,
Smart
I'm
move.
not getting involved. This could kill my brand.
They wanted to drag him into the controversy of the female and male in sports thing. And no, I think Dylan Mulvaney learned a valuable lesson on that Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
Bud Light has had a reputation and a blue collar customer base. That's what they were. And you throw that fucker in there and completely out of place, offensive. And now this motherfucker's going, oh, really? The guys in sports thing? Yeah. I was a little and that's what I did when I was 6. And aren't I pretty?
Near that again. I'm never destroying. I'm never costing anyone $6 billion ever again.
Right.
And you got to hand it to the guy. He's doing great. He's survived. Bud Light has not survived. He has survived.
No, a few missteps at the beginning, and Bud Light was one of the flaming messes left in his wake. But yeah, getting on there and just being a showbiz, Broadway bitch kind of a thing is, I guess, if you aspire to be that as a young man, that's a great example of how to do it.
That's our new Marilyn Monroe. That's our new Lily St. Clair.
Doesn't that make perfect sense in this era? That's our fucking Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, that's our new pinups.
Cooling off his sweaty balls over the subway grate on the street while the dress blows up. Ooh, that feels good on my taint and ball sack.
It's rough to go to war, but when someone paints Dylan Mulvaney on the side of your B-52 bomber, it reminds you of your girlfriend back home, and it makes the sting just a little less painful.
A pinup picture of Dylan, but he's got like a bomb between his legs, so it looks like a big fat.
Yeah, and it just says Russians on it, and we're like,
yeah,
boys. You get to fucking
Russians.
Dylan when you get home, you lucky dogs.
Yeah, what a time we're fucking living in. It's insane.
So, who fucks him? Gays?
Yeah, I guess gay dudes.
Okay. I mean, Jim Norton could help us understand this a little better, but
some perverted.
if you're a gay dude, you like men. You like muscles and hairy, and you're repulsed by women.
I think you'll put that aside for a man's ass to fuck.
But these don't like their dicks being because they hate their dick reminds them that they're a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you're getting a blowjob, part of it is like, yeah, you like that? That's my suck my. It's almost gay to get a blowjob because you're both admiring your in a way.
Oh God!
So like, there's no. This person is not like, I wish some fucking bitch would come suck my because my so awesome.
So you think Dylan Mulvaney wants a straight guy, like a handsome GQ type guy,
correct,
to take Dylan to the premiere and do all that stuff, and then have what? Ass sex when they get home?
Yep.
Like I don't know. I don't think the straight dude is going to be into that.
Well, that's it. I understand the Dylan Mulvaney angle better than his date. It's his date I have trouble wrapping my head around.
Oh, do you? Do you?
What is that?
Yeah, that's a conundrum right there, because it's kind of a paradox. You want this, you change yourself into this, and then the people that you want don't want you anymore. Because
Well, back when I would do the show on your network, there was a guy who would call in, and it was a woman who had been taking testosterone for so long. She looked like Eddie from the Beachcombers or something. That's a Canadian reference. Bald as a cube, like horseshoe bald.
Oh God!
And like kind of old and ugly. Like it looks like a good guy. 0% feminine. But then like you get older, you wear like a brown sweater that has a hole here, and he's got his Red Wings on and his boots that are covered in oil. He was a mechanic. It was a mechanic. And okay, I get all that. So a woman is going to be like, I'm a feminine lady and I want to fuck a mechanic after a hard day's work. But he had a cunt.
Yeah.
So you got to find someone who's like really into that, but hates.
Yeah, but the opposite thing doesn't work, where, you see these trans women going with trans men, and then what? The one that looks like a woman with the is supposed to fuck the one that looks like a dude with a, because they each don't like that.
Well, we just talked about this. I had Mary Kate Delvey on the show earlier. We made it a free thing that's on the network, and we talked about Gigi Gorgeous and Nat Getty, where Nat Getty is a tomboy with a vagina who had her tits cut off, and Gigi Gorgeous is a queer who has a. And I don't know if they realize that they're in a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah.
Fucking Gigi funny. Gorgeous with the went to her OBGYN to see why she's having trouble having babies. And he's looking at a schlong. I've actually heard this as a stand-up bit.
This is where it gets completely insane. Like before, you could write off everything we've just talked about as sexual fetish. You could really do that. Oh, it's a girl with it's a guy with a, who wants to fuck who? You'll find people that want to fuck each one of them differently, whatever. It's fetish. Now you're talking, this is where it gets mentally ill. This is where the sickness comes in, like a man with the balls can get pregnant. It ain't ever happening.
No. Sorry. Well, I think they did get pregnant. Although the
guy fucked the
yes,
and
the
got pregnant.
But the problem with all the testosterone is it makes you impotent. Sorry, the estrogen. Well, both. When you take these hormones, it fucks up your sexual your ability to reproduce.
Right.
We're also talking this week, this chick, Ariel Scarcella, I think her name is. Really smart, funny lesbian who is lamenting the loss of lesbians in the world. And she goes to these queer rallies and she comes across femme-presenting trans gay men. Here's a shorter version. Girl.
A girl. It's a girl who is transgender into a man that now dresses and acts like a woman.
Yep. And loves fucking guys because it's gay.
Yeah, that's come on.
So then you're like, do you only get fucked in the ass? Is that your criteria? Because
This
you
is
sound like a chick who's into
Inception
anal.
style fucked up. Yeah. So who do
You just fuck guys.
This is like craziness. It just has gotten into a point of bizarre and crazy. Common sense has nothing to do with that anymore. And we talk about this before. We've talked about this before, where it starts out as, hey, we're gay and we want to be able to get married. And everyone goes, that's sweet. That's good. And then you get this and it's just, what? What are you fucking nuts doing now?
And then you go back over all the other shit and you go, wait, you were lying about the other stuff. You said that you just wanted to get married to be normal, but you did it to terrorize Christian bakers. And you said you just want to read Drag Queen Story Hour to make gay kids feel safer and make homosexuality okay. But you don't include lesbians. There's no Drag King Story Hour. So you lied about that too. I'm going to have to go over our entire relationship and audit everything you've ever said to us because you're fucking lying.
Yeah, they just they bamboozled a lot of people over the course of the years with this innocent, we're just doing this thing, and then it just gets, and it's most people, well, some people will say whatever you do in the privacy of your own bedroom is fine and everything, and I could take that to a point.
That's a strong premise.
But it's yeah, it comes out of the bedroom, and it's so nutty, it's just so crazy, and then you're told, well, you're not even allowed to laugh at it. You know, regardless of how ridiculous this is, you can't laugh at it. It's like you're really putting some pressure on me now because this is funny. The idea that a woman says they're a man and they then become a woman to have sex with men because they're gay, but they're women. Like this is you're on the road to complete insanity here.
You got to at least let me laugh. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to ban you. You stay away from kids. Everything's fine. But I got to laugh. I mean, we've said this a million times, but like the origin of comedy is a caveman putting a bunch of hay on his head and going, oh, la-di-da-di-da-da-da-da, with like coconut shells on his chest.
Dunk, 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 dunk. They're all laughing, hitting their clubs. Yeah, because that's funny. And the women are probably looking, going like, they're all mad because he's doing a spot-on imitation of a cave woman.
Yeah, she looks down at herself and is like, fuck, that's exactly what I look like. He nailed it.
Yeah. The first joke ever and the first people offended. 1 million BC.
So the syndication, very exciting sign.
Yeah, it's just been insane. The past few weeks is just, I get the offer. I go to New York. I talk to some people. They give me a gig. And then like right after I do my first show, they say, hey, welcome to syndication. We're putting you nationwide. And I'm just along for the ride here. I think this is hilarious. It's great. It's exciting. It's different. It's a bunch of other things too. Like there's certain vindication.
Yeah.
There's a certain, okay, well, I guess I'm not that big a piece of shit if I'm helping out with the ratings. I still have an audience.
America loves me.
Yeah. What are you going to do? So all these things are pretty cool. And I'm psyched for it. Like I wasn't looking, I wasn't looking for anything. I was filling out applications or resumes.
Yeah.
But when it comes about, why not? Why not take it? What else am I doing? I'm playing video games and fucking going to brunch.
Well, I remember years ago, or not years after you moved to Greenville, you had suggested like, I don't know, $40,000 a year doing fucking the morning traffic report and like the dumbest
like a
local
segment.
Greenville thing.
Right. A local Greenville station doing some political talk for an hour whenever. But I wasn't going to, it was just a thought. I wasn't going to start knocking on doors at these radio stations and going, hi, I'm former shock jock Anthony Cumia.
No? Okay. Do you know anywhere else where I might drop off this resume?
Yeah. just looking for radio towers on the horizon as I drive around.
Checking.
I'll
the
go to that
logos.
one.
I got to say, though, I don't think other people will have the courage to say this to your face, but since this recent success, you have become insufferable. The ego is, it's going to, first of all, it's going to sabotage the whole thing. Bragging constantly about your success, even though it's been days. The worst part, and a lot of people are saying this, calling yourself the Ant-Man. Welcome back. It's the Ant-Man. What is that?
I can't even go along with this one.
And then
imagine
having t-shirts made of you like this. It's the Johnny Cash, like, fuck you with the guitar, but your face is photoshopped onto it, AI'd onto it, and it says, in your face, Opie.
Ooh,
like, what was
the
that?
Ant-Man. Welcome back.
Sign the
Ant-Man. Oh.
The Ant-Man. Oh. Drop that.
Give us a call now. You want to talk to the Ant-Man. The Ant-Man's waiting for your calls.
32 times its body weight, disproportionately strong, within the world.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing.
Doing all that thing. Doing all the statistics.
I hate these guys worse than Raid. Anyway, welcome back to the Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man.
Syndicated coast to coast.
Leave some sugar out for the Ant-Man. What do you got for the Ant-Man today? Oh, God.
Wow.
That is
now,
really
now I'm not kidding anymore.
Idea.
Now I want it to happen. Now I need the Ant-Man.
Yeah, I haven't. There are some people that are saying that I've blown this up out of proportion, that it's nothing.
Okay.
Like, he's got a 2-hour show on AM radio on a Sunday and it's nothing. I'm like, whatever it is, it's an opportunity I wanted to take. It sounds interesting. It's broadcast radio again, so gets my foot back in the door to see where that leads to. Why not? Like, what? It's not like I'm quitting my job and, I'm relocating my family, things like that.
Right,
this is like I'm literally sitting exactly where I sit on Sunday night when I do 2 hours on terrestrial radio. So what's the big deal? That's first of all. Secondly, how do you try to shit on a new opportunity and then it happens 2 days later, they tell me I'm syndicated. So do you double down and try to shit on that?
Yeah. Whatever. It's what city? How many cities? How many?
Yeah.
But what is with all this career analysis from people that are not in the industry at all? And it's just so I just got an email on this guy on Monday. I do casual Mondays, serious Tuesdays. This is Wednesday. Thursday's the cop show. And then Friday I spin a wheel and God decides what we talk about, like a Ouija board.
Awesome.
So Mondays is just like, I farted this morning. It hurt my butthole. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this guy, he writes in, he's like, no one gives a fuck about your personal life. Some of us are adults and want to check in on the news. So why don't you do your stupid bullshit show for people who give a fuck about you? And then the rest of us adults can have a real show where we do an actual news show. I'm like, how about you just cancel your subscription and go fuck yourself? Like, who are you? Why do you think you get to talk to people like that?
Yeah.
We're all your bitch. I'm your little bitch begging for scraps.
Can you just call up or drop an email to the CEO of a company, of IBM, and go, fuck off. You suck.
Yeah.
It's like, for some reason, everyone's an expert at this. And I think that is because of all the podcasts and things, the ability for people to just get a mic and think that they're on equal footing with everyone else that's doing a podcast. And it's just not true. Some people are very good at this. Some people are extremely bad at this. And everyone thinks they're on equal footing and has this ability to critique and tell people how they should be doing their version of this.
Yeah, I don't get that arrogance. Like when I was a kid, I thought Shout at the Devil was great. Well, I thought fucking, what was the first one? Live Too Fast for Love or something? That was fucking punk rock. Shout at the Devil, great. And then we're getting into Dr. Feelgood and like Home Sweet Home. I don't get to be like, dear Nikki Sixx, who turned you into the biggest of all time? Home Sweet Home. You're homesick. You're making ballads about being homesick.
On the tour bus, man. I miss my family, man.
Yeah, that's never been done to death. But yeah, go back to Shout at the Devil. That's the album
Bob
that
Seger.
rocks.
Bob Seger did it like back in the fucking 70s with his road song. Steve Perry from Journey, he did the I'm lonely on the road, I can't wait to get home song. We don't give a fuck.
He can hear her calling. Going to California in my mind.
Exactly. All of it. And meanwhile, shut up. You're fucking groupies. You're drinking, doing some of the best drugs, and you're just on your way to another town where everyone will set your shit up for you. You go out for an hour and a half, maybe at most, and then you're back having a great fucking party. I miss my home. Shut the fuck up.
Running with the Devil, even Van Halen. I got no love in Korea. Oh, you didn't get a blowjob that night?
Korea.
Sorry about that. The other
love in Korea.
Isn't that what he says?
No. I got no love you'd call real.
Oh shit. I thought
Which
he was
means kind of the same thing. Like he doesn't have a real love, but it doesn't have to be in Korea.
He may have been talking about Korea for all we know.
Could have
Maybe
been.
That's right. He didn't get his real love.
Right. He could have been talking about Korea, but no love you'd call real. No love in Korea.
Well, at least he's not saying the N-word like AC/DC did.
right.
Or
like
that
AC/DC.
fucking bitch rocking around the Christmas tree with her fucking pie.
With her fucking pie. Or yeah. Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah,
I believed it was Korea up until several seconds ago.
That is great. No love in Korea.
I mean, we've talked about the flip side of this. I mean, we're making fun of them for hating their partying years, but let's drag that out 20, 30 years. I saw this clip recently of John Cougar, and he was on stage. He's wearing overalls.
Yeah.
And
he's from a small town.
Yeah, it's just a regular guy.
He's raised in a small town.
He was fixing
Probably die in a small town.
He was fixing the rack and pinion steering on his Ford F-150 just right before the show. He had to,
right before the show.
Yeah, clean his hands off.
John, could you get up on stage there? Oh, wait a minute, I'm almost done.
He slides out from under the truck. It's all ready. Time to go on.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what they were doing. They're probably yelling for Jack and Diane or something. And then he's like, he goes, you know what? I'm done. Your attitude just wrecked the show.
Yeah.
Some drunk guy is probably like, fuck, what? He's on a date post-divorce trying to get his life back together. And John Cougar Mellencamp is just fucking out of there because he's sick of these fucking songs after 100 years.
Yeah. You think anything could have gotten him to leave the stage in the 80s? When he was just at the peak of his stardom, and he's playing to an arena full of people. He starts Jack and Diane. They all start screaming and singing the words, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out of here.
What? Right when the bald guy is going boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Let it rock. Boom, boom, boom. I'm out of here. Fuck you.
And he's just fucking gone. I mean, that's why, look, you got to hand it to someone like Mick Jagger, who can get out there in his fucking, 80, and still give people a show that they expect, still sound good, and not want to shoot himself in the fucking head, or at least he fakes it very well when he has to play Honky Tonk Woman or, Paint It Black again.
The black Hokas, the orthopedic running shoes, are a little annoying, but besides that, it's 1970. Like, I went to see them. My wife and I didn't even want to see the price of the tickets. We were right down there by the stage.
Oh, I bet. Insane,
and it was fucking, he was, the stage sort of jutted out, so he would go away from us. We were behind him at a few points.
Yeah.
And They didn't fuck around with deep cuts. They know we don't want to hear new shit. They just played all the hits.
The hits, motherfucker.
It was fucking awesome.
Crazy.
Way to own your curse, Mick.
Yeah, he owned that curse. And then you have someone like Billy Joel that's, years younger than Mick, and he's falling down on the stage and breaking a leg, or, he has medical issues now after that he's got to have taken care of. Or oh my God, Frankie Valli.
Oh,
that is
Lord.
The most insane. It's Frankie Uncanny Valley, because he's got this look on his fucking face. It's so creepy, and he's not really singing. It's like ventriloquism. He's like, "Big girls."
Well, isn't he karaokeing the song?
Yeah. Look at him.
He's been dead for 3 years.
You think that's him? It sounds. Listen to the. Oh my God. No man that age can hit that note falsetto.
Guys, I don't know if you work with Frankie Valli and you're watching the show right now, you may not want to choose the versions of the song where he was 22, just belting it out like a perfectionist. Maybe get an older version, or maybe even have like an older guy do a crackly falsetto and do a slightly shitty job.
Yeah, where he's got to take it down a notch or something, and then you lip sync
Throw in like a or something in there to add some authenticity. But that looked like that's how the rumor of selling your soul to the devil started. Because you look at that and you think, there's a demon in there who said, "Get the fuck back on stage, bitch."
Yeah.
With his pitchfork. And he just went,
get him out on stage again. Another night. And the vocals are impeccable. They're like 1969 and early 70s again. And it's impossible. Like there would be scientists studying his vocal cords if he was able to sing like that at that age.
You saw Led Zeppelin. Robert Plant just said no. They go $7 million. No.
He knows.
I don't need
that
it.
Voice
and
is
it would
gone.
I'd be that. He doesn't want to be that.
That voice is gone. He actually lost that amazing Robert Plant voice pretty early on. By the 80s, he couldn't sing 70s Led Zeppelin anymore. Just wasn't going to happen. He goes in, the Honey Drippers, I guess. He did that thing. And whenever Led Zeppelin would, the remnants get together to do something for an award show or some bullshit, you could tell they were tuned down a few steps. He wouldn't sing the high parts. They'd have the three black backup singers doing the high parts that he used to do. It's impossible. It's just getting older. I'm amazed when I see singers, even from the 80s, that 80s music where they get up and they're able to actually perform the song the way it sounded back then. I'm like, and there's only a handful of them. Most of them are terrible. They've just, their voices are gone, but a few of them are still pretty good. I think Tears for Fears can still do their songs.
But that was kind of a weird drag voice. Shout.
Yeah.
He didn't really do any aha
Let
stuff.
it all out. Yeah, they didn't have really high pitched voices either, and they weren't yelling like Led Zeppelin. Like Robert Plant. Bon Jovi is gone. I mean, there is nothing left to him. I don't understand how your voice could go, and now you can't even sing in key. I can understand like being all gravelly, but you'd think you'd still know the notes. His notes are all off. He cannot fucking sing a song anymore. It's pathetic.
That's probably why Steve Perry refused to do the Journey reunion, and they had to get some little Filipino.
Big fat Filipino guy or something. It's sad, but you're old.
I heard Foreigner is no original members, so it's obviously a cover band, and they pay, was it Mick Jones, they pay the main guy, the founder, like a fee after every show.
It wasn't Mick Jones, was it? No.
The fuck's his name? Mick Jones is the Clash.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. That's just you're a cover band who's paying a fee.
Cover band.
You know who started a legal crusade to stop that? You'll never guess. I could lock you into a cell and you just die of old age in there.
I would never be able to guess.
You could come out when you guess who is against and has pushed for legislation to prevent what I just described. No original members on stage. There has to be one original member, like the Dropkick Murphys. They have that same singer. The man's name is Bowser.
Bowser from Sha-Na-Na.
Yes, yeah. He's had enough. He's had enough of this shit.
The Bowser. He's an ass fucking hole.
That guy stinks.
He is an asshole. And what was his big beef that people were starting bands called Sha-Na-Na?
I guess it must be based on that.
Guys, your fucking act is retarded. It was retarded when you were popular in like the 70s.
Yeah.
They'd always, look at this douchebag.
He's the worst.
Bowser.
Another Jewish Long Islander pretending to be a tough Italian for some reason. I don't know why that was such a huge trend in New York.
Yeah.
And weren't all their songs covers? Weren't they doing like doo-wop hits?
They were doing all old doo-wop stuff because nostalgia is always at like 20 years.
Right. Because you're
20-year mark. So 50s was the 70s. They start looking back at the 50s and going, oh, remember how awesome everything was? And the 50s doo-wop bands were a big thing. So it had this resurgence with American Graffiti and Happy Days and stuff. So Sha-Na-Na becomes popular. They were actually at fucking Woodstock.
Yeah.
They performed on stage in 1969 at Woodstock, where The Who was fucking looking like an insane rock show.
Jimi
Hendrix and Sha-Na-Na. It's like, talk about being out of fucking place.
Yeah. Well, it must be, you're a young man. You have, you're around in the 50s, right?
They are at Woodstock.
They're all bald. Ugh. And then you get to be 30 and you have an opportunity to do a Hollywood film. And you go, I'm going to make it about my youth when I was 18, going up and down the main strip. And so we're inundated with all these people's youths when they get some power and they're 30 and 40. And now we got to relive the fucking boomer adolescence.
We have to relive that. That 70s show was in the 90s. What was the other one? The one about the 60s that came out in the 80s. Wonder Years. The Wonder Years.
Oh, yeah.
Like every 20 years. But that kind of stopped, didn't it? Because right now, you would need a show about 2005.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
And who gives a shit? What are you going to... Like, what happened? What was going on in 2005 that anyone gave a shit about to bring it back with some form of nostalgia? I think 9/11 really broke the entire fucking machinery of that nostalgia.
The internet made culture so homogenized that there's no specific sort of balkanization of this is New York in the 50s, totally unlike anything else. This is New York in the 70s. This is the Warriors. Then New York in the 80s with punk and new wave and CBGBs. And that's all gone now. Now it's just culture is just a big amalgam of everything around you. It's just
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's you can go back even to the 90s, I guess, maybe even early 2000s with certain songs that will take you right back to a time and place. And you actually get this weird feeling of nostalgia and that time when you hear a certain song. Maybe you haven't heard it in a while. It's from the 90s, some grunge song or something. And I just cannot get that from anything in the 2000s, 2010s. It just stopped being that we look back at certain decades. I don't know if that kicks back in with the 20s, because then you get the 20s, the 30s. The aughts and the teens kind of all just went together as the 2000s. There wasn't really this big difference. Technology changed, music obviously changed, but it didn't. There isn't this definitive sound musically for decades anymore. New wave and grunge and 70s arena rock and 60s hippie stuff. Like every decade had this sound. And then what? 2000 to 2010? What was that? 2010 to 2020? What sound did that have that was so definitive, like the 90s with
Drill
grunge?
rap? Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, drill rap. That's it.
Yeah.
Drill rap. They're just drilling holes in each other, which is the whole point of drill rap. Diss tracks that end up in fucking someone bleeding to death on the streets or at a car wash with your daughter. It's fucking shameful.
Yeah, you disrespected me. You need to die. I like how Jim Goad goes, why do you give a fuck if someone doesn't respect you?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know me. That's
Some people that don't deserve any respect are the ones that want the most respect. And
Yeah.
it's insane. It's like, talk about earning respect. It's not even that. You don't even like giving people respect. You don't earn it with what you're doing and how you're leading your life, I guess. I don't know.
do we want respect from strangers? I don't want to be put upon. I don't want someone
No.
butting in line when I'm at Disneyland, but outside of
Right.
you affecting me and my family, it's like being
But
mad someone doesn't
respect-
like you. I don't.
Common decency sometimes is mistaken for respect. Like
Yeah.
someone cutting in line at an amusement park. They're not singling you out and cutting you because they want to disrespect you. They're just trying to get around the system and get ahead and cheat the system and cut somebody. That's just not
They're just
being
dicks.
courteous. Yeah, you're being you have no way. You're not functioning in a society properly. But a diss would be, hey, you look like a. I'm going to step right in front of you, and you're not going to do anything about it. And that's disrespectful to you. So there is a difference.
Yep.
But I don't see as much of that happening in my life. I don't get disrespected on that level. I've had people do things that are incredibly rude like that.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference there. Yeah.
Well, you always say no one disrespects the Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man, yes.
That's kind
8
of your
to 10.
motto.
8 to 10. Check your local station's listings.
And remember, that's your sign off. And remember, no one disrespects the Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man. Oh, oof. And then I go out, when I'm out, I'll hear Ant-Man. Hey, how you doing? My fans.
There's got to be
finally
some
start-
sort of gesture they do, with the jaws.
the big mandibles.
Yeah, the
Ant-Man. And I go, hey,
Ant-Man.
oh, Jesus, that is so bad. Ant-Man.
They wear little ant hats too to your shows with the
Yeah,
ants
you
on,
got out
got
of
legs.
the antenna.
Oh yeah, the
And then
antenna.
you go, yeah.
Ant-Man, Ant-Man.
Hey.
Woo!
The catchphrase how's your thorax? Oh,
Speaking
I'd like
of
to look
which-
you over with my compound eyes.
Oh my God, the ant hill is where you live. That's your nickname. No more compound.
We're here in the anthill.
You're
Maybe
living-
that's the studio.
Yeah.
Broadcasting from the anthill.
Live from the ant hill.
Live from the anthill. It's the Ant-Man.
And then Opie's like, people keep asking me about the ant hill. I don't care. I wish
don't
I'm
know where
nothing
it
but the
is.
best. It's
I
stupid.
don't know where it is. Someone should kick it over.
I got
Give me a magnifying glass.
I got a penthouse apartment in Manhattan. You know how tall you'd have to make an anthill to get up here? Good luck. Good luck. Best of luck. Best of luck.
The anthill.
If I may
love it.
promote something else on this
Yes,
free
indeed.
show, Nita Fashions. They are my tailor. I call it a tailor for cheap rich guys. And they make all the suits I wear on the show. They're very popular with our viewers. You go in there, you get sized up. You can do it via Instagram. You're a little zoomed in there, Sean. Maybe zoom out a bit.
There we go. I was wondering. Nice logo, though. I like the 1953. That's a
he said to
fine
me once
year for America.
They're Indian, but they live in Hong Kong, and they were all born there, but it's a very insular culture, so they end up with the same accent. But he's like, I would not sell this for $5 billion. This is my company. Wow. I'll give it to my son. He will give it to his son. You know, tailors it's a dying breed, but they're on tour right now, and I've decided to go with them to DC, New York, New Jersey, and Boston, and do a little meet and greet. You come in, it's $200. You get a special pin that allows you to go to all Compound Censored shows for free for the rest of your life. You get a shirt, you get fitted, tons of booze, we get wasted, we hang out.
Awesome.
And I gotta be frank, the tickets are not flying off the shelves.
Oh, jeepers.
This may be a flop.
Oh, no.
Are you supposed to say that out loud when you're promoting something?
But you hang out and you get to, like, this is a real personal kind of a intimate thing. It's not like a bunch of people at a comedy show or something else that Gavin's doing. You get to hang out, talk, have a few drinks.
It's a private comedy show is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not just the like an hour meet and greet and then we're gone. Like we hang out all night. And this will be Monday, March 17th.
Sex?
Is St. Paddy's Day. So we'll be in D.C. St. Paddying it up.
Oi, St. Patty's Day, don't you know? Well, that's great. That sounds fun.
Clothes, yeah. Well, if it's not fun, then I guess I won't do them anymore. But you can email them at info@nitafashions.com, or if you don't like email, you go to Instagram. It's at nita.fashions, I believe. So Nita Fashions is the email, all one word. But for the Instagram, it's nita.fashions. And we've got 4 dates there. Ends on the day after April Fool's. And DC's coming up this Monday, very soon.
That's awesome.
Check out Nita Fashions. Wonderful deal. We should also plug our comedy shows.
Yes. We are back out on the road doing the comedy thing. You might remember our End Racism tour. We ended racism. So now we're back out there trying to address other issues with our cutting edge comedy.
Well, as
Josh
you called
Denny,
it once backstage, I go, do you think we're stand-up comedians? And you go, not really. This is more offensive spoken word.
Yeah, that's what we do. Offensive spoken word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that fits. Josh Denny, of course, Gavin McInnes, and myself are out on the road. We have a couple of dates up there now that you could buy tickets for. One of them is in Los Angeles, California. We have to do the same thing where we don't tell where we are till the last minute.
Yep.
It's actually
believe me. These shows go down and they're awesome.
Wait, it's showing.
At the end in Los Angeles and at Boca Box in Boca Raton. So.
Well, that's actually a good sign that America is back. We can show the venues.
That's true.
The end is sort of on the outskirts of LA. It was we did a show there before. It's in like a strip mall. Remember that? We thought Antifa were there.
That. Sure.
But since then, Josh did his special there. Leonarda Joni does her shows there. It's changed now. It's become like the controversial comedian spot.
Love it.
It's like the
Trump
mothership
becomes
of LA.
president. Things change. I get a radio job, and we're able to put the actual clubs on our fucking promos.
Shit is changing. Josh is also talking about Pittsburgh and the UK.
What? What state is that in?
It's not on any states. You have to get in a flying tube.
Wow, and go transverse the ocean?
Yep. The secret to Britain is you set up a couple more things, so it's worth the trip.
I got a whole bunch of Monty Python material. I'm just chomping at the bit to.
So you guys eat, huh? That seems, if you're not smoking them, you're eating them.
Smoke them, you eat them. Do you fuck them? Oh, wow. Exciting. Look at us. We're doing things.
Well, maybe it's a cultural indicator because Britain, Trump does not exist in a vacuum. If Trump is doing shit and he's saying no more women in men's sports, we all know that dominoes down to Canada, then Britain, then then Australia, New Zealand. Mainland Europe seems pretty impenetrable with fucking culture, but maybe Germany, France, Spain, I don't know. Maybe they eventually follow suit.
Yeah,
but this could be a harbinger of an entire Western revolution.
I certainly hope so, because we've been in some shit for quite some time that has restricted us from giving our all to the people, Gavin. They have been trying to prevent us from delivering the amazingness of what we do to the masses. And they've been kind of effective in certain circles. But yeah, we're getting back out. Every time I just want to hang around my house and not do anything, shit comes up.
Yeah.
I was talking about this the other day. I'm like, I went and got myself a fucking job.
I
got myself a job. I was doing this for almost a dozen years now, about 11 years. And it was fine. Like, I would come out, I'd be able to wear, comfy clothes and just sit down and do my show. And then I was done. My whole day was done. And I could do whatever I wanted. Now, like, I had to get up early today to record 3 promos for the station.
The promos are still going?
What?
I heard you talking about the promos like last week. You're still doing promos.
No, by Wednesday, I have to do 3 promos about just whatever's going on. I'm literally writing like jokes about topical news stories and then going, hey, did you hear about this? And then they go, the Ant-Man from the anthill. It's radio, dude. You got to like do promos and videos now because it goes up on the website. And then I had to send some stuff to HR, like my payroll shit. And then, like, it's a job. I got myself into a fucking job, dude.
Yeah. Why don't you just like do a good job for a year, get up there, sell your in-your-face Opie shirts, establish the Ant-Man, and then just go, I quit. I'm good for money.
Got my,
I just had to show you. Yeah, I had to redeem myself. I've got
Ant-Man. It's a property now. It's a thing. It's out there. The Ant-Man. Now I could take it anywhere. Merch. Live shows, the Ant-Man, franchise it out.
Maybe there'll be Ant-Men, like the Blue Man Group.
The
and
Ant-Man.
you can show them how you do your show.
Yeah, I'll franchise it out. If you want to become an Ant-Man, send an email to antman@theanthill.
And you have like a Owen Benjamin Bear Terrier camp where you sit there and you explain like how to wear 2 shirts.
Yeah. What are you wearing one fucking shirt, mister? Ant-Man wears 2 shirts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You don't change the fucking recipe of the Big Mac. You don't go in with 1 shirt.
Is that a pledge pin? Yes.
You're a goddamn disgrace. Yeah, the Ant-Man franchise. I'll do it. Yeah, I went and got myself a job that I have to like get up at certain times. I've been going to bed at about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
Lately. And I'm a 4, 5 o'clock a.m. guy. And I just get tired. And then I wake up and it's the morning. It's not like Greg Opie Hughes. It's dark out behind me doing my podcast to 12 people dark out. Isn't that great how I took the time of day and turned it into a little shit talk?
So it's got to come back to Opie every sentence.
It's got to come back to my voice. It's got, but I got myself a job.
There must be a lot of 14-year-olds playing Call of Duty, going through the trenches like, where's that old dude, man? He used to have our backs.
Where'd he go?
Help.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The seasoned veteran. Don't talk to me, you little shit. You cherry motherfucker. They're going to find you dead in the bush.
Jack.
I don't want to get to know your name, you fucking walking dead piece of shit, cherry newbie motherfucker. I've seen too many of your kind.
I gave my kids, my youngest boy, that Civil War game you told me about.
Yes.
He said there's too many N-words for his liking. It's a little.
Is that it for wow?
Too racist for a 12-year-old.
It's quite a racist game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of boring. I got bored of it because, you're being shot at and you're like pressing your button on your mouse and stuff. And it's like, you got to load each fucking round. And then you go to shoot. The things aren't, you got to be right up on these people to shoot them. Of
course.
It must have been terrifying back
what
in the
nightmare.
Civil War.
Even the American Revolution, there's places upstate where like this was the battle with the Indians for 4 days and Fort Duquesne, and you're like, how the fuck did you know where you are? And this is very very mountainous up here in New York. I'm up on a mountain. I don't know. Are we winning?
Yeah, are we winning? Oh shit.
You look down. What was that? And then you look down. There's an arrow sticking out of your chest. Oh, that was my chest puncturing.
Yeah. They don't. I don't think a lot of people understand the vastness of these places and these states back then. There weren't roads. You weren't just kind of in the woods, like in your backyard and fighting, and then you run out and there's a house and a road and you were like in the middle of no fucking where.
Just woods.
Little deer trails. You didn't know where the fuck you were. You didn't know where the enemy was. And, all of a sudden, a bunch of guys see a bunch of guys and just start wailing on each other at point blank range like that. That had to be fucking frightening. And now, imagine sitting here and as you're reloading this archaic fucking rifle.
I'm getting an ulcer just thinking about it. And also, like, am I winning? Like, is it over? How do we know? Yeah. I heard in the Civil War, it'd be like 12 days of walking and then a shootout for like 4 hours and then silence. And now 12 days of walking. That sounds terrible. Don't get me wrong. But the fighting the Indians, pre-American Revolution, are we done? The Indians are like, well, you killed all the Indians. You win this particular area. There could be one in the tree right now. You have no idea. You could be losing. You don't know. How do you even know if you're losing?
And they only fought in the daytime. You could only fight in the daytime. I'm sure there's some of the movies where you see the Indian guy with the big knife at night going to the camp and killing the guy. But these battles that took place, once the sun went down, they just stopped. They'd have their scouts go out and try to get a little line on where everyone was and how many people are dead and things like that. But the fighting just stopped. And then the next day they'd be like, all right, grab your gun. It's time to, kill people and hopefully not be killed today. Just an insane arrangement.
You were just in a random roll of the dice, 24 hours a day. Like maybe they didn't even know they won. Well, the Indian Wars were like 300 years. So you never really won. They ended in 1970. We never really.
I'm still battling that one at the blackjack tables.
I'm still battling that one every time I go home, for fuck's sake.
Oh, right.
I battled it this morning.
Gavin's a veteran of a long war.
Well, I have a hat that says Native Veteran, and I'm a veteran of natives.
Of natives,
yeah. I deal with their fucking shit on a daily basis. I'm exhausted. But a lot of these guys, how do you know you won? With World War II, there's newspapers. They won. Hitler is dead.
Right.
It's a victory for the West. But before that, it must take years to even know.
Yeah. Who's going to tell you, oh, wait a minute. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, if you're at a Morse code
right, exactly, place. Yeah. There's a guy on a horse who goes, good news, the British have given up. We own America. I don't believe you. Who are you?
Who are you? What's your proof? And then let's say you're in Tennessee. You're marching. How do you know you didn't cross over into South Carolina or somewhere? There are no signs. You don't go, oh, we just crossed the border. That's good. Let's get a picture. You didn't know where you were. You didn't know what was going on with the war. You're winning or losing. Yeah, that's horrifying to think.
How about
What a
we have
horrifying-
relentless sympathy for these fucking men who died? That used to be the norm. When I was a little kid, we wear a poppy on Remembrance Day because Canada's kind of British, and to show I'm proud of what they did for me. God bless the soldiers and sailors and airmen too, who fought for us against the sea. It was a given. And you have school, you have a big ceremony in school, and now it's just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I hate war. Yeah, you think they loved it?
Yeah, they were the ones that really enjoyed it. A couple did, I guess. But,
Sure, yeah.
and
Or
probably
even
not
that
when they first got there.
All Quiet on the Western Front, the new one, when they're fighting those tanks, and you're just like, how the fuck do you know where you are? This looks like an abyss.
Dude, that was fucking a really hardcore movie. When his friend just explodes and he finds the glasses with the blood on it and the brains, and it's like, oh God, that's...
The most brilliant thing about that movie was how he looked like a 17-year-old at the beginning.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
we're going to Paris. We're going to meet girls.
It was romantic.
And then, I don't know, 3 years later, 4 years later, they're just like, you're going, when the war's not over, you're going to go over there and die. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And just look.
Time to die.
Old. The grays are coming in and the wrinkles on the face. And
he felt nothing.
That was definitely a marked difference between the beginning of that war and the end of it, in that, like, going into it, everyone was romantic about it, like in previous wars, because previous wars were a little different. They were fought differently, like Napoleon type wars and whatnot. This was just a meat grinder, and people still had that romantic attitude to war. But
wasn't World War I a meat grinder of just sending guys over the hill to die?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like World War I was that
this
war
was
that
World
made
War I.
people
Right,
go,
of course, right.
Oh, fuck, this isn't really cool anymore. It used to be like young men wanted to defend their country and pride and, in the uniform, and the women were all over them. And then they were just getting wholesale butchered by these brand new German machine guns and then tanks. And, when your body is just smushed into mud by tank tracks, it's not as romantic as like, oh, you got me. Tell my Louise I adore her and was thinking of her upon my death. And like, it was different. It just became
you didn't get me. My brass-covered diary protected the whole. And here is a picture of my betrothed. Now you're dead.
Yeah. It just, the romance just came right out of it at that point, and the whole prospect of war became a much different thing.
Well, at least we learned from all these mistakes, and the idea of going to war with Russia has become unthinkable. And the Democrats are saying, let's work on negotiations. Let's try to be bipartisan and support Trump, because the less deaths, the better, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then we have Slavey Crockett going, why is Donald Trump Putin's hoe?
Hoe, yeah. He's a puppet. He's a hoe. Oh, he's hoe. She actually said hoe. What a wannabe ghetto rat she is.
And yeah, exactly. And then she goes, we're on the verge of a world war, and Trump is acting like Putin's hoe. I'm like, whoa. The verge of the world war is our thing. That's our side. We don't want a world war.
We don't want that.
So, but then you seem to think you can claim, I don't want a world war, but at the same time say, be a dick to Putin and don't be his bitch.
And keep this conflict going, which is, could be the embers of a world war. You want to kind of get rid of this conflict. And what happened to peace talks? That used to be a big thing in war. People would be like, how do we make this war as short as possible and get the principals here at a table to start speaking about peace? We'll get a ceasefire, at least for 10 days maybe, to start negotiations. Every war in the past kind of had that. And this one, it seems like not only did we not have it before Trump, but they were so dead set against even talking about peace.
Yes, they were discouraging peace talks.
Yeah, and Trump comes in and goes, we'd like to stop this war. Oh, what? Putin's hoe. It's completely ass backwards.
And they're also promoting through Israel, they're promoting this war with Iran. Iran's our enemy. We should light them up right now. Was it Lindsey Graham talking about, or is that the guy from Fleetwood Mac? No, that's Lindsey Buckingham. We have to light up Iran and start a war over there. And
I think the foreigner guy was Graham.
Mick Graham.
No, I think it came all.
Yeah, there we go. We brought it back. Classic Ant-Man. There's these fucking warmongers. Shouldn't we be mad at whoever allowed Ukraine to discuss the possibility of NATO? Isn't that the impetus for all of this?
Yes.
Who do we blame for that? Who said, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get you into NATO.
Yeah. Ugh. I can't, I hope, I pray, please, South Carolina, some fucking viable Republican candidate to primary this motherfucker with. I want to get this half a fruit out of the goddamn.
How is he your governor?
He's not my governor. He's one of my senators.
Oh, right. Sorry. How is he your senator?
I don't know. He seems to be like, people kind of like some of the stuff. He leaves us alone with our guns and stuff for the most part and shit like that. But as far as war things go, he is a warmongering little shit. And I don't like him.
I'm a radical fascist, and one of our dictums is, one of our criteria is, we don't want teenage boys to have their heads blown off.
Yeah, what a crazy thought.
At all costs, we want that avoided.
Thought. And like the people that are clamoring for this are the first people that would lose their minds at the prospect of a real fighting, dying war with America involved in it. Like the politicians don't care, but the people that are like, oh, Trump, he's Putin's hoe, Putin's bitch, all the liberals saying that. You want to see your little friends coming home in body bags and visit their cemetery plots and all that shit, because that's what happens. Because again, they have this unrealistic expectation that things happen without consequence, that we can go to war and no one dies. We just bomb some stuff, some unnamed cities and people, and then they give up because we did what America does and we're right and just, and they have no clue that your friends will be dying, dummy.
Yeah. We lost how many men in the Middle East since 9/11 on these stupid wars through Afghanistan and Iraq?
Afghanistan.
Not to mention, our medicine is so good now that men don't die. They just go home with no limbs and sit in a wheelchair with a bizarre, uncanny smile on their face. As Wounded Warriors gets them a stove that goes low.
Yeah, you got a stove that works like an elevator for these poor guys. Years ago, most of those guys would have died from their injuries, but the ability to get them off the battlefield really quickly, have literally doctors on the helicopters treating them on their way back to the medical facilities that they have kept so many of these guys alive. And some of them are amazing. We've seen some amazing stories of these injured guys that just take hold of the reins and understand what happened, and they continue with a life. But that's the exception to the rule, I think. I think a lot of these guys are so fucked up. And those are the physical injuries. Mentally, a lot of these guys come back completely twisted. And, and then on top of that is the actual dead. The list of people that did not come back. So you're talking about a giant swath of a generation that is completely fucked, and anyone that crows about that is sick. They're sick in the head, and especially if you're crowing for it, and it has nothing to do with our literal security. Border security. We're fighting. Someone invaded us. Came here, and we need our soldiers to fight them on American soil or even overseas on some of our other American interests. But really, we're going to fight Russia over Ukraine? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I totally understand his beef. His beef is, I said, no encroaching to the east. We all agreed on that. We were all on the same page. Then you violated the code and you encroached via Ukraine. They're touching my border all over the place too. It's not like there's a little peninsula that dips up to, there's a massive fucking swath of land.
Of Russia's western border. So they don't want that. And they said it. And it was agreed upon in the 90s. After that wall came down and all of the Soviet satellites became their own nations and were able to pursue their own destiny if they wanted votes and be a democracy and an alliance with America. You know, they said, hey, we just want our security. We're still not friends. Let's keep our border separate from any of these NATO nations. Yeah, you got no problem. And what? Because it's 25, 30 years later, we can just renege on that whole thing and not expect there to be an issue?
Couldn't the left say, okay, you call us the pro-war party because we don't want to capitulate to Putin. Aren't you guys the pro-war party because you're encouraging Israel to go into Iran and Lebanon and get China and Russia involved? But I would argue, no, I don't, as a Republican or whatever we are, I want this to be over. Trump says, I'll take over Gaza. We'll put up some resorts. Yeah, I'm all for that. I don't think your average right of center American would support Israel attacking Lebanon or Iran in a serious way.
But, you know, they are dropping some bombs in there and doing some damage, and not in Iran, but
that's retaliation for Lebanese attacks. To really go after Iran. How do we say this fucking gay country? Iran. Iran. I hate Iran. I hate Lebanon. I'm an Islamophobe, but
Syria,
I don't want to fucking
Sudan, fucking Somalia. All these fucking places that there should never, ever be an American boot put down in any of those fucking places.
I like Trump's thing because you can't do nothing or you create a vacuum and China and fucking Islam moves in and Russia. But Trump's thing is I'm just going to light up your fucking airports, your military airports, like a Christmas tree.
Command and control.
Yeah, and then I'm going to
take them out.
I'm going to decapitate a few snakes, and you'll see al-Baghdadi's ring in the pile of the rubble.
Al-Baghdadi.
And then I'm going to leave. So there's a compromise between being a pussy who hides. I think you could be an isolationist and still, occasionally intervene with a few actions around the world.
Unfortunately, we have world interests. We can't just be isolated America. We're too big of a nation. There's too much going on around the world to just completely turn our backs to. I get that.
Yeah.
But I cannot see any reason for some protracted war where Americans are dying for anything that's going on right now. There's nothing going on right now that merits taking a shitload, hundreds of thousands of American men, dropping them somewhere around the world and having them come back in coffins. There's nothing happening that merits that. You want to drop a few bombs, some cruise missiles. You want to go in there and take out a communications thing or a bomb manufacturing plant because it's near something we're doing. Fine. But let's not kill another generation of Americans.
Yeah.
Fuck them up. Crazy shit. Crazy shit, my friend. Gavin, anything you need to tell the fine viewers before we go for a day? You come back tomorrow. I come back tomorrow. It's all nice.
We go away temporarily. I would encourage people to sign up for the meet and greets so they don't bomb and I'm not humiliated. And I'd encourage them to go to Red Pill Threads and get one of these cool shirts we have. And then I'm excited about these shows. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to try not to be wasted.
we always have fun at these things, and it is a challenge because everyone there wants to have fun, wants to have a drink with you. That's what it is.
Oh,
they want to have a
is
drink with you.
great. But the problem is, like, you're on at 10.
Yeah.
You're at the hotel at noon. You now have 10 hours with nothing to do, and you can't drink. And you're
we
away from your
always
fucking
end up-
squab ball and chain. So there's a huge incentive to.
We always end up at the hotel bar, and the show is, we got to get to the club, and then we get to the club and a few more drinks, and yeah.
Maybe Guinness is the solution. Guinness and lasagna.
I think maybe just a beer, stick to a beer. Shots after. We can take a few
by all
shots
means.
after the show with some people. But I agree. It's I have to write an entirely new set in like a month.
Sort of. But if you have some greatest hits, it's not like people are going to go, hey, you said that on the show.
Yeah. No. I got a couple of good ideas and ideas for other stuff. I'm a pretty conversational comedian. I don't have setups and punchlines for the most part, so we'll be good. People seem to enjoy it, and meet and greet. We'll do some of that. Are we doing meet and greets?
Sure, why not? Yeah, definitely.
Those are always a joy. I treasure those moments with our fans.
You know what I do? I have a note on my phone called Stand Up, and every time I'm at the bar and something funny happens, like we're riffing, and I'm like, that's pretty good. I leave the group and go over and be like, well, like the idea of the modern racist.
Yeah.
I'm starting giving away some material, but we were talking about this kid who had been accused of racism at my kid's high school. And he made a kid like read a definition of the N-word on his phone. And I'm like, okay, let's just step into their shoes. And their scenario is like this black kid's at my Westchester, super ritzy, fancy neighborhood high school. And this black kid is like, hey, man, they're like, well, looky here. Little black boy thinks he can go to the... That's not a guy.
Yeah, that's not a real person.
Sorry.
People don't act like that. I like at the meet and greets, I usually... I'll be talking to everybody, and then I'll look around and see if you and Josh are really engrossed in something. I'll be like, they can handle it for a little bit. Oh. And then I kind of go to a
you Irish goodbye
corner.
at the back.
Yeah.
Well, these won't. I'll tell you right now, these will not be canceled. Those days are gone. I mean, maybe Chicago, Berkeley, New York City.
Yeah.
They'll be the last to sort of the last barnacles to be scraped off of this woke beast. But as far as those venues go, no, they're absolutely happening 100%.
I have to agree with you, seeing how things are going these days.
Yeah.
Gavin, if you're watching on the free thing and you don't subscribe, obviously subscribe.
Go
to censored.tv, subscribe to the Anthony Cumia show. That's what you have to no, subscribe. That way you get this wonderfulness all the time, every day of the week. Also, Sunday, if you're in New York, Sunday, you can listen to my show, 8 to 10 p.m. on WABC Radio. Yes, and if I'm being syndicated, so who knows? I haven't even heard yet the list of stations, but I'll have more info on that, on the syndication deal as time goes by. But good things are happening. We're psyched. And subscribe right here at
Censored.tv. Sign up, use promo code ANT or Gavin. And the WABC app is on the App Store. You can hear Anthony every Sunday, 8 to 10.
Yeah, 77 WABC app. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Gavin, of course, thank you. And have a good evening, folks. Arrivederci, you peoples. So, if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.